Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome again to yet another of my fun little episodes here on Twitch, where I put on rubber gloves where you can't see me doing that, and then you hear a bunch of crazy noises. No, today I am going to be working on another request. If you look down into close to the chat area, you should be able to see. Maybe a little area that has like a request, like a or suggestion box. Feel free to drop by, like, and actually leave like a suggestion or even a request. Sometimes I actually get to them. Sometimes I'm like, I'm putting that on me. For example, I had the request at one point in time to do a screaming strawberry, so I drew two of them. One in kind of a cute little style, and another one into something frightening, and I was not going to put that on my body, but I drew it out nonetheless because it sounded interesting. Hmm. Now, that being said, the request that I'm going to be looking at was given to me by I don't know what his username is, but one of the individuals requested the possibility of looking into, say, a crawfish, because I am originally from Louisiana. It was you. Thanks, appreciate it. I have to look into. Let me see. What was it that you just sent me, son? Okay, all right. Yeah, no, that's cool. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, so it was RL Gary there sent me a suggestion of doing a crawfish. So I sorry Gary, I didn't really want to throw down on just a mud bug on my leg. I wasn't sure how to handle that. So I did kind of like a one of those Japanese crest kind of style ish, influenced by, and did something that I'm going to be putting way up here. And I'm going to do this thing in solid red. So I kind of wanted to experiment with color packing anyway. So I figured that this would be kind of a good thing to work with. Eh. So it's going to be kind of an odd angle for me. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, seriously though, it's great to have something. I didn't even think about putting, something of my origin. I got all these other kind of like symbols and little animated characters, and I've got stories for almost all of them. So it's good to have something, that was, is positive about the past. So, okay, cool. No problem. Um, yeah, well, I mean, that's not me, that's you. I've got lots of volume. Pow, pow. All right. So that being said, this is going to be one color. I'm going to be using several different needles, but I'm going to start off with a good round liner to start the process. Hopefully, it is as forgiving as I want it to be. Um, so we'll see how this works. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Um, it's picking out about yay much. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit farther, but that's okay. And before I get started with that, I do want to throw down a little bit of this tape I like to put on it. Doesn't help with sterilization or anything. See if I can actually rip this one. Yep. Mm-hmm. This is just because I have those rubber bands on there. They don't feel good on my hands. So I like to cover them up. And this is just what they call sport tape, or, you know, no adhesive medical tape, or whatever you want to call it. And I just like to put it on there just to cover up the rubber bands that I use. Um, Gives it more of a, like, just a soft feel. Whatever. I like using white sometimes because I'm really messy, and since I'm working with red, then I'll be looking at the possibility of really having a blast with it, as far as it looking like blood or something. So, all right, let's see if I can get over here. My stencil, you can see, is kind of blurry. Um, Doesn't bother me none. Actually, dang it. Hold on one second. I have an extra light source that I've been using. It helps me see a little bit, so maybe it'll help you guys see a little bit too. Started. This is gonna be crazy. Oh, crawfish. Quest part 2. So I'm just gonna pull the cleanest lines that I can, given the area that I'm working in here. Oh yeah, see, that's totally not where I wanted that line to go. What's cool is it was on the inside, so eventually it's going to be red anyway. Super rad. This up a little bit. Dabby dab. Make sure I actually got some ink in there. And back at it again. So this is like kind of one of my favorite things to do. This is actually like the hardest thing, the most challenging thing, I think, which is pulling lines. But it's like the groundwork for the rest of the tattoo. So definitely want to get it right. And I don't know, man. I love doing this. Uh, feels interesting just knowing that this is a forever type thing. I guess that makes sense. But the cool thing too is that whenever somebody does give me a suggestion, like I'm like, oh hell yeah, like that sounds pretty interesting. Let me give that a try. Can't tell if my thigh is like super fatty and just able to take the pain, or I'm not going deep enough. I wish every part of my body was that. No, I'm not going to say that, man. My luck, I would have every part of my body be that fat. So if you guys are just joining in, working on an Asian emblem inspired crawfish. Sounds complicated. Sounds, you know, not complicated, but different. Hoping it is a little bit different. And it might be a little bit like, might look a little wonky because of not the location. Sorry, I'm trying to get away to where I might be able to prop my leg up on the chair. Nope, not like that. I don't. There we go. Better. So as always, and as it sometimes comes back to bite me, I am throwing down these lines just to make sure that I hit the stencil correctly. And then I will do a rinse, and that rinse will take a majority of the stencil away. So right now, I just kind of dab the extra ink, really praying that it's going in the skin. It should be. I mean, it's fairly good needle depth. The speed is fairly decent. These aren't, it's tricky because, you know, everything is symmetrical, but they're not like the most complicated lines in the world. Got that going for me. Hey, what's going on, Lesnick? Glad you could join me. Since the last time you were here, I kind of changed my my little layout a little bit so you can see over in this direction above where it says EverPress. On all the slides, I have kind of a breakdown of what it is that I'm doing. Um, and yeah, so this is this old Mudbug, and just the most important part of the Mudbug, of course, which is the head. Actually, that's the least important part of it, but thing that a lot of people seem to focus on. Hey, what's up, Turkey Noodle? Man, got all the cool folk joining in. All right, let's see where I'm at here. This is the cool part where I spray it down with irritating antibacterial disinfectant. And we see how much actually stuck, which apparently, man, I hate color. Black just like goes away, you know? The color, it stains your skin or something. All right. Definitely got enough in there. Feel pretty comfortable going ahead and attacking this first with a round liner. And we're going to use a big one, guys. We're going to go ahead and use the round shader. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and use one of these nines. Oh, it's the last one in the box. Oh. This is a Mudbug. So it is inspired like that. I forget what they call it. It's like the Japanese like emblem kind of family crest style where they're all circular. Some of them are like flowers, like cherry blossoms and stuff. But this one is it's not Japanese. It is very much me. So it's a nice little crawfish that we're going to do here. So if I can actually get this thing, sometimes with these shaders, like it's fight to get them to actually give up the ink. No one wants to fight with that. thanks. It's been this was suggested by uh, Gary, who is here and not here at the same time. He's got some other things that he's attending to at the same time that he's keeping me company here. But he suggested a while back that I did this, and I'll be honest with you, I ran over a few different ideas on how I could pull it off without not putting like some not making it too I don't know too hokey, I guess. And finally, I just kind of settled on this today. And I wanted to. It's not like I wanted to do something overly simple, but at the same time, like it's good to take kind of a complicated image and just take it down to the bare bones, I guess. I think it's something I did a lot as a graphic designer. Whenever I was coming up, was what's the simplest way I can say something, because you only have a few minutes to, not even minutes, you have a few moments to make an impression. So how do you ensure that you make an impression in as few lines as possible? That's kind of helpful. I'm not really trying to fill up this whole thing in with the shader, but it seems to be working out okay. See how splotchy it is. If I need to go back over it with a mag or something, then I will. This part of the leg is like extremely resilient. It's insane. Like, I think the most difficult thing with this is like, am I going too deep? Because you can't tell. Claw, y'all. In there and like really pressing down on this to try to pull the skin as tight as possible. I'm sorry if my volume's a little off. I got the microphone on the other side over there, so it's a bit far away. Of course, this begs the question: what is ink and what is me? I think it might be kind of hard to tell in this particular case. So wrapping up the week. Tomorrow's Friday. Everyone have a good Friday planned out or looking forward to it. I will drop this line. I'll say I made the mistake last Saturday of thinking that it was the first Saturday in May, and it was not. Now, the first Saturday in May is a very important date for me. Nope, nobody that I know was born on the first Saturday in May. It's not my my wedding anniversary. Something like that. Not nearly as cool, but iconic nonetheless. First Saturday in May is Free Comic Book Day. So, that is what I am doing this weekend. One of the things I'm doing this weekend. Then there is the celebration that comes after the next day, which is Mother's Day. So, get all the comic books read that you can on Saturday so that you can do something special for that special mom in your life on Sunday. I missed National Record Store Day, which is fine. There's only one, well, there's two record stores that I know of in town that are worth anything. Um, I don't know. Records are heavy and they take up a lot of space. I have a record player. I love my record player. But I haven't had my record player plugged in well over 2 years, so I don't love it so much that I'm going to go make a big deal on National Record Store Day. It was cool whenever the comic book shop that I was close to in North Carolina and the record store were pretty close to one another. That was cool. It was also cool because the record store in Winston-Salem, Hallmark greeting card. Um, but in Winston-Salem, like the record store didn't hog all the cool giveaways. They actually kept some premium ones out for customers. Is that right? Mother's Day originate either that or um, someplace that Freud worked. We don't talk about how he celebrated it. Just say it was wild, man. Like every other holiday that's not, Christmas. West Virginia. Huh. Weird. Why? I mean, not that moms don't deserve celebration. Totally do. Totally do. Most of them, anyway. Right. Classic rabbits. Trying to make a come up. Let's see what we got here. How much stuck in? How much stuck in? That's what I said. Turns out we were wrong, man. Wait a minute. Is Hallmark based out of West Virginia? No, Freud wasn't. Pretty close. That's pretty close, and like, is not even 15 minutes in. So that's crazy. Close. Not there yet. See a couple of spots that need some attention. Oh yeah. Is that because you have the volume turned down? Wait, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know I'm asking that. This is not a very flattering look for my thighs. Sorry, ladies. Want to see a more flattering look? You have to pay for my OnlyFans. One of these days, I'm just going to do something in a place that's not terribly difficult to reach, and it'll surprise all of us. Here we go. Sorry for the silence. I'm really focusing in on how much ink is dumping out. I'm wondering, is that me or is that ink? Red was a terrible color. It's also the color of a really good tasting crawfish. So we did it. What color? We made it. Because crawfish don't, typically come uncooked red. They are generally blue, and they like to fight. So if you're not like farming them, if you just want to catch one and you have like a crawfish hole and you're just like, I don't know, curious like a 7-year-old kid living in a trailer park like I was, the best way to catch them is to take some uncooked bacon, just lower it down in the hole. They will latch onto it, and then you just pull them on out. You don't jerk on it, obviously, but you just kind of pull, and they won't let go. They like that bacon. I mean, but what's not to like? Unless I guess unless you're Muslim or Jewish, and then you would make a really crappy crawfish because you wouldn't fall for that. All right, it's that time again. Whoops! What the? What just happened? I'm blind. I cannot see y'all. I'm out of touch. And sorry about that. Clicked the wrong button. Bacon is delicious. it's common knowledge. I don't think I think it would be recognized, that would be recognized as a true fact in a court of law. So, oh man, this is so close. Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. No, I put down the tattoo machine and it like rolled over into my mouse and clicked something. I don't even know. I don't even know where it clicked, but it's cool. It wouldn't be fun if it worked out all the time. All right, all right. Where am I? Now a little bit here, a little bit in here, a little bit right here, a little bit right there. I mean, this is like soon to be done like touch up territory. So looks like you guys won't even have to deal with me for very long tonight, because it turns out that Asian inspired crawfish icon tattoo, I don't know what to call it. I'll figure out what that's called, what that style's called, and then I'll that's what I'll call it. But until then, we'll just call it what it is. Complicated to explain crawfish tattoo. Um, yeah, this is a lot better than what I thought it would be. So this experience goes ahead and tells me, here we go, that if you don't have a tattoo and you're afraid of getting a tattoo because you're afraid it might hurt, then the best place to get a tattoo is on the meaty part of your thigh. Because I'll be honest with you, I can't even tell this is happening right now. This is simply amazing just how almost numb this is. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's bad. I don't know. The only reason I would think it was bad is maybe I am tearing into the skin a little bit too much. I don't know, but I'm able to just completely like lock in this color rapidly with good coverage and zero pain. This is nuts. I'm going to design all my tattoos to go on the outside of my thigh. This is great. Whoopsie. See on the outside of this. Wow, I just touched that. In, in, in. I swear, this thing's done. Then I'm just going to chalk this up as, you know, just amazing. Not because it took like no time at all, but because I've learned a ton by doing this. It was nuts. That's it. I mean, that is for real. Like, there's a that thing is the size of a poker chip, literally, literally 15 minutes, and we're done. That's nuts. So, I don't know what I'm doing next week. I think next week I am probably going to go ahead and I don't know. Oh, thank you. I thought it was rather quick, rather easy, kind of fun, very bright, vibrant. Yeah. Next week, I'm thinking the clouds that I have on the knees, right? These guys. I think I'm going to do the coloration behind them, and maybe by the end of the week, old skeleton dude will be completely healed up from the black and ivory smackdown that I put on him yesterday. So, and then I'll start working the flowers on that one. So we can look forward to a couple of those things next week anyway, and then we'll see what else the week brings for us. But yeah, guys, seriously, thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Gary, thanks for the suggestion, man. If anyone else has any suggestions, be it a tattoo design or just something that they would like to see, by all means, drop it in the little suggestion box down wherever the chat is on your computer device or whatever. And I will seriously consider it. And yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I've gotten two really good things that have come out of that suggestion box. So keep it up, guys, and thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend. Happy Cinco de Mayo tonight, and free comic book day and Mother's Day. Free comic book day and Mother's Day. Don't you have no excuse. The guy who tattoos himself on Twitch reminded you, and you should totally tell your mom that. All right, guys. I will see y'all later. See y'all Monday. Have a good weekend.